Hi, I'm Mr. Sam the Allotment Man, and this is my allotment. So then guys, it's a little bit of an overcast day today. We're in the, where are we? In the middle of April, about the 20th, something like that. I haven't got the right watch on, have no idea, but it's today. So it's a Friday and we're just having a little bit of a catch up on what we've been up to. So if you have been looking at my Facebook page, you would have seen me do a live broadcast earlier today. If you haven't seen it, it's recorded and it's still on there, so go and have a look. I have been videoing some robins. So we've got some robins and they're in that bird box over there. Now we thought that the hole might be a bit big or the wrong shape or something, we don't know. Nothing's been in that bird box for years, but we've got a pair of robins in there nesting, so pretty good. And they're really close to us. They don't seem to be that bothered. Obviously we potter around doing all our stuff. And I've been sitting in the greenhouse just trying to film them. Every time I looked away, they sort of went in, and every time I was looking they weren't there. One actually went on this little post here and I was just over there and I didn't quite get it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and be like a Chris Packham sort of person, wildlife-y type person, and try and do lots of wildlife filming with our robins and see if we can catch them. So if I get any decent footage, I'll throw it in. I tell you what, I'll just pause now. We'll put a little bit of footage in now. Look, there we go. That's what I did today. So there you are, that's what I did today. Not the best, I'm not going to win any awards yet, but you know, we'll see how it goes. So let's have a quick look round and see what we're getting up to. So what are we getting up to? We are getting up to, well, not a lot really. Down here we've got our potatoes. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of potatoes. We've only about 2 plants in each little row, because all we want is some new potatoes at the beginning. That's it, because basically we put a lot of work in potatoes before and didn't get a great deal out of them, and we haven't got the allotment anymore. They take up a lot of room, so that's basically it. We just want the new potatoes and that's it. There we go. Bird scarer, obviously working very well because the robins are there, so obviously they're not terrified by them, but that's because we don't move them around. If you move them around a bit more, they're like, oh, that's new, ooh, a bit scared of that. So if you are using bird scarers, remember to move them around, or else they will just get accustomed to them. All right. Down here we've got carrots, 1 or 2 of them coming up there. There's a few weeds in there as well, actually. That's about it, but they're sown straight into the ground. We never have a lot of luck when we sow them straight into the ground. That's why we do our carrots in our guttering over there. You might see them in the background. All right, we done them last week. I won't bore you with them. When we come to plant them out, we'll show you what we do with them. We've got our onions down here. You might see that I've got, well, my dad, he's put some grass clippings out on top of them. It's a sort of bit of a frost prevention thing, I suppose, and that, but you know, they'll rot down, nutrients will go back into the ground, so that's all wonderful. They're on the shallots as well. We've got stuff underneath there. Oh, don't know what it is now. Under the cloche. Let's just go and have a look, see what's under the cloche. Here we go. Right, we're going to have a little look in. This was a little thing that we made. It's done really well, actually. It's survived a couple of years. Maybe we'll do a little thing on just well, not teaching how to make things, because I'm sure most of you know how to make things, but show you what we did with this. It's got a little clip and it all comes apart. Let's have a look inside there. I have no idea. I think we'll just put that back and we'll wait for something to grow. Probably, I have no idea. But there you are, stuff in there. I think it might be beetroot, actually. Beetroot might be in there. So there you are. So that's that. Okay. Oh, Mr. Robin's just behind the camera. If I creep, I don't know. I don't need to creep. I'll just walk normally. Okay. No, he's gone. He's gone. Well, never mind. We might get him a bit later. All right, let's carry on with some stuff. Some of you might have seen us on Mr. Sam the Allotment Man's Facebook page. I've done a few live broadcasts about building a den. Now, Scarlett and Tyler, they're my 2 little ones. I had them for half the holidays this year. they built this. Well, I gave them a hand, of course, but they did lots and lots of hammering of nails, which was very impressive. And we still got one wall to put up and a roof, and we've got a window over there. But I had a bit of a brainwave. I thought I could use this as a hide as well, because it's just opposite where the robins are and where they perch on the tree over there. So if I build up to about here, make a slot, and so when they come, they can play in it as a den and everything. And when they're not, all the robins there again. The robin's looking at me, and he's gone away again. He's thinking, "What are you doing in my garden? It's my garden, so go away." So we can sit up here and we can film. So I'm going to see how it, if I can speak, how it feels. So let's quickly get up here, see what our vantage point is, and see if we can film a robin. Very exciting. Right, we're in the den now, and I'm going to turn the camera around. I can see the robin at the moment. I'm going to turn the camera around, see if we can get him. Oop. There he is. That's pretty cool, I think you'll find. Oh, he's back again. Oh, there he is. He's not too bothered about us. He's looking at us. He's thinking what's going on there. I think what he wants to do is take the worms back to the thing. I'm going to duck down a little bit. Make myself small. Ooh. Where's he gone? He's there somewhere. I think he's gone on the floor somewhere. And he'll be going over to his bird box. Hopefully. Where's he gone? There he is. So I'm sure he's feeding, or she is feeding, some babies. Well, peoples, if I get in focus. Ooh. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit, ooh, look at that, I'm a bit, hang on, let's come back a bit. There you go. Ooh. There we are then. So, sorry, my levels might be completely out and all that sort of stuff, but what we'll do, that was it really. So, the hide sort of worked. That was probably some of the best. I can see the robin having a look at me. But they see us around here a lot, so I'm sure they're not worried, really. We don't touch the box, we don't go up to it, really. You know, we walk past it, but everyday stuff. They seem to be quite happy nesting there, so that's brilliant. So there's a little bit of filming in our hide. Oh, look, he's back again. Oh, they're both back. They are both here. Like, I'm just going to try and film these, but hang on. I'll cut this all together a little bit to take out the silences and things, but that's that. So here we are. So let's quickly go and have a look in the greenhouse, and let's do this here, shall we? Oh, this is a little bit all over the place. There we go. So there we are. So we're going to leave the robins alone, and we're going to pop into the greenhouse, and then that'll be it, I think. So let's get on over to the greenhouse. Right then, safely back in the greenhouse. A bit of news in the greenhouse. Let's see what we've got. We have got our, ooh, look at that. Our cucumbers are doing really well. So they're in there, and runner beans. They're doing really nicely there. Tomatoes all doing great. Leeks doing well, and tomatoes down there. All brilliant. Basically it really. There's not a lot really to tell you about. Last week, we didn't have a competition. We had a little bit of a straw poll to see if you could recognise your bird song, and we played some bird song, and we asked you to vote on which one you thought it was. Now it was either a blackbird or a blue tit. That's what we asked you for. And we played the song, and this is what it sounded like. Okay, so that's what we played you, and the answer was blackbird. So if you said blackbird, you're right, and you win absolutely nothing. Sorry about that, but you can walk around and tell it when you got something right, so that was good. Okay, so this week we're going to have another one, so get ready for this week's bird song. Here it comes. So there's the bird song. Okay, up there, back there, click on that thing up there that comes up, okay, and that'll give you an option between two birds. Okay, two birds. I'm not going to tell you which ones they are yet, because frankly I haven't chosen which bird I'm doing yet, so I don't know what to put up there. I know this is just thrown together rubbish, never mind. Okay, so click on there and do the poll. That'd be brilliant. Okay, also thanks very much for watching, everybody. It's really appreciated. I do like it. I like to see all those likes and those comments. Keep the comments coming in. We try to reply to most of them. That'd be brilliant. If you want to see anything or do anything especially, ask me. We're going to try and get to the RSPB. We couldn't sort it out this week. It's been a bit busy. We're going to try and get down there in the next few weeks if we can. When it gets a bit sunnier, that'd be nice. Okay, so we're going to try and do that for you. Also, a little thing. Let's see if we basically, I'd like some more subscribers. That'd be great. If you've got a friend, just a little friend, it doesn't have to be a big friend, little friend, don't matter, or medium-sized friend, you could say to them, I know something you'd love to watch. They probably won't, but it doesn't matter, okay? Just say to them, will you subscribe to Mr. Sam the Allotment Man's channel? And when you do, okay, put in the comments underneath, say, I don't know. Aaron said I should subscribe, and I think Aaron's great, and so we'll do that. So the person who gets the most subscribers will get a shout out next week. I can't give you a prize. Well, I could give you a prize, but I'm not going to give you a prize. But there's an enormous sense of well-being that you're doing some good in the world. So if you do that, that'd be brilliant. So tell a friend you should subscribe to Mr. Sam the Allotment Man, and then if they say in the comments underneath, such and such, they're brilliant and I think they're great, we'll give you a shout out. So that'd be brilliant. So thanks very much, and do that. We'll try and get one out every week if we can find something interesting enough to say. All right, so Birdsong, click on it, subscribe, do it, all that sort of stuff. That's brilliant. You're all great. Thank you very much. I'm Mr. Sam the Allotment. Oh, by the way, Dad, he's all right. He's not ill or anything. He's not being buried under anything or stuff like that. He's fine. He's just asleep. And so I just came and done it by myself. So there you go. So that's it. All he's listening to Radio 4, which is much the same thing. So he's doing that. Okay, so he'll be back next time. So from me, Mr. Sam the Allotment Man, happy growing.